Hi friends, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about Java servlets architecture. As in last class we have discussed what is servlets, why it is important, and how it makes the environment dynamic and how it is better for the interaction between the client and the server, and the uses of servlets and benefits of servlets, like they are portable, more dynamic, and they use a less power. So we have seen many advantages about the servlets. Fine. So now let's discuss about the technical architectures of the servlets. So let's see why there's a need of technical architecture. Means to build up anything, we need to know how these things we can develop and how these things are essential for our things for development, because they are physical, as we have architecture in our computer network, OSI model, TCP IP model. Similarly we have various architecture in our day-to-day life also. So now we are going to discuss about the servlet architecture. Means servlet architecture basically based on the foundation of HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. By using this protocol only we can develop the servlet architecture. Fine. So like HTTP servlet class, server serves client HTTP request. It means whenever client send the request, then it be sent by the servlet to the server, and the server will process the request with the help of protocol HTTP, right? With the help of request HTTP. For each of the HTTP method, get, post and others, there is a corresponding method. For every HTTP method, we have a corresponding method like to get, to post, to put, to head, to delete, to trace, to option. Get and post means we are getting something from the users. If we have some request from the client side, then it means we are getting the help of method get request. Fine. And posting means to display the message to the user on the screen. Fine. The server HTTP post request. And similarly to put, do head, to delete means if you want to insert something in your application, then you used to use the keyword to put. And do head means on the header side, like as we create the headers in our linked list, same we can create here also. And to delete means we want to delete something from our application. Do trace means we are tracing, like we are traversing one by one, as we have traversed in our linked list to search the data. So sometimes we traverse in both direction. If the linked list is a singly linked list, then we traverse in a single direction. And if circular linked list, then also we start from the beginning point and then we end to the same point. So these are the like pressing. And do options means some of the things which are optional, which you don't want to change, then these are all the methods which are included in the servlet architecture. The servlet usually must implement one of the first two methods of the two methods or the service method. Whenever you are going to implement the servlets, then you use the two method must, either the service method or you have to use the do, post, do, get. Without these two methods, you cannot implement the servlets. Fine. I hope you have cleared about this servlet class, how this HTTP servlet class is built up and what are the various methods behind this, like do, post, do, get, do head, do delete, do trace, do options, and next how you can implement. Fine. Now this was the HTTP servlet class. Now servlet architecture में HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response means everything is gonna by the help of only HTTP protocol. Without HTTP there is nothing to be done. Sorry. So HTTP servlet request come for when the client send the request to the server. Fine. Then we use the HTTP servlet request because we are requesting for some tasks, we are requesting for the data which we want to check at our end. That's why HTTP servlet request, it contains the request data from the client. I already told you, whenever the client want to search something over the internet or somewhere else, so with the help of HTTP servlet request only they used to get the desired result. Otherwise, if servlets are not there, then it may be sometime time consuming also. So we need our main desire is to make the retrieval very fast, and the space complexity and time complexity should always be very low. So to make the speed faster, we have developed the servlets. Fine. and servlets are possible with the help of HTTP servlet request. So HTTP servlet request contain the various entities, like it contain HTTP request header, form data and query parameters, other client data like cookies, path, etc. Now we'll discuss one by one. HTTP request header. Yeah, in a request header they mention ki from which client the request have to come, means the client ID may be there, or also the like a server ID is to be there, like on which server they want this kind of data will be available. So these all always come under the category of HTTP headers, request headers. Now form data and the query parameters means whatever you want to fill in your form, that is form data, and the query parameter which you want to ask from the user, and the other client data like cookies and paths, they come under the category of other client data. Now next is HTTP servlet response. If you are requesting something to the server, then automatically you will also get the reply. Even if there is nothing is to be present over the internet, then in worst case they used to get the message 404 error, and this kind of error is to be there, means you are getting somehow any kind of reply. That's why HTTP servlet response object. What it is to be done? Encapsulate data sent back to the client. In case of response, have you read about the encapsulation? Encapsulation basically you can say that combination of the data and the entity, or you can say the combination of data type. This term is came from their object-oriented programming. So encapsulate means yeah, they are making like a capsule. They are combining the things, means they are combining the client request as well as the server response in a one single packet, so that our efficiency can be improved and we can do the more things over the only this same time spent time. So they encapsulate the data. If someone asks to you, is encapsulate is possible in a servlet? Yes, you have to say yeah during the response from the server side. Right. Next is HTTP response header. It contains the content type and cookies. Response header contains the content type, means which kind of content, like images form are there, textual forms are there, videos are there, audios are there. These are like a content type. And cookies, whatever you have saved, like ID, password, or some other things you have saved, that will be come under the response header. Fine. Next is the response body, means output stream, means whatever is going to be displayed on the screen, that will show you under the response body. Fine. Now HTTP servlet request and servlet response, both I hope you have cleared. There we are requesting the things, and in the response we are giving the result to the client. Now next is HTTP get, when we can use the get method and when we can use the post method. HTTP get method is used when the processing of request does not change the state of server. If we want to be in the same state of the server, then we can use the get method. The amount of form data is small. You want to allow the request to be bookmarked. Yes, in get method, whenever like you want to make the thing as it is, you don't want to make the things over the changes, then you can use the HTTP get method. You want to allow the request to be bookmarked, means sometimes we are bookmarking the things which we need to access again and again, that then we, rather than to make it again and again fetching, we used to do the bookmark. Fine. Now next is HTTP post method is used. When we can use the post method, the processing of the request changes the state of the server. For example, storing data in a database. Fine. When in case of get method, you do not change the state of the server. State of the server remain the same. Your data was small, amount was small, and you want to allow the request to be bookmarked. But in case of post method, Whenever the processing of request change the state of the server, means when we want to change the state of the server, then we can use the post method. Amount of form data is large and the content of data should not be visible in the URL. Means whatever data you are going to use, it should not be visible in the URL. For example, your password or your some ID, some other like personal credentials, that should not be appear in the URL. Otherwise, some other person like hackers can also misuse the things. That's why they are saying ki they should not be visible. Now the servlets API means what are the application interfaces there? Like API stand for application programming interface. The most important servlet functionality is retrieve the HTML form parameters from the request. Whatever request is there, you have to retrieve the form HTML parameter, both get and the post parameter. HTTP servlets dot get parameter string retrieve a servlet initialization parameter. Sometimes you want to retrieve only the HTML form, and sometimes you retrieve the HTML servlet initialization, and next then you use the servlets config dot get int parameter. This we will see even in a life cycle of the servlet also. Next is retrieve HTTP request header information. HTTP servlet request dot get header string. Next is servlet API. Set an HTTP response header content type. HTTP servlet response set header name and value. These are the methods, and you have to remember for the coding. Fine, otherwise it make a difficulty for you to remember all the things. Now next is acquire a text stream for the response, acquire a binary stream for the response, and redirect an HTTP request to the another URL. So various methods are there for the response: get writer, get output stream, send direct. You have to keep remember everything so that you can make easily your coding. HTTP servlet respond at get writer if you want to response in the form of stream. Okay, acquire a text stream of the response, HTTP servlet response or get writer. Acquire a binary stream for the response. Fine, HTTP servlet response get output. Redirect an HTTP request to the another URL. If you want to request to the another URL, then you can use HTTP servlet response dot send redirect. Fine. Now servlet life cycle. In short we will see towards the servlet life cycle, but in the next lecture we will discuss in detail about the servlet life cycle. It is very important, and in at least next 1 or 2 lectures I hope your syllabus will be completely finished. So if you have still any doubt, you can post your query on the WhatsApp. You can ask the topic name, and I will again make a video for that particular topic so that you can easily do for your exams. Now next, servlet life cycle. What happens in a servlet life cycle? Like process life cycle, we have similarly we have a servlet life cycle. New and destroyed. New means we are getting the new process, and destroyed means the process is going to be destroyed. New int method is going to be used. Int, then do get, do post, do put, do delete. I've already told you about the services. What are the services are possible in the servlet life cycle? And next is destroyed method, means to remove the method from there. Now web container manage the life cycle of the servlet instances. The life cycle method should not be called by your code. You cannot use your code. You have to use already defined code only in your servlet life cycle. Fine. Because if you are going like for the servlet life cycle, there are the keywords, like there is a specific, like if you are using the init, then it means it is only for the initialization. No other word you can use in the servlet for the initialization, otherwise it may create the ambiguity also. So always please keep remember, you have to use the keyword whatever which are reserved for the servlet life cycle. And similarly for the destroy, you cannot use like destroy, like you cannot use the remove keyword or some other keyword. It will also not give you the good impression, and even you will not able to process the servlet life cycle. Right? So if you will use the remove, then it will not able to remove the remove the servlet from there. Now next, you can provide an implementation of this method in an HTTP servlets. This can classes to manipulate the server's instance and resources. It depends on how these all services are going to be there, like int method, how this int method is going to be like for the initialization means called by the web container when the servlet instance is first created, and override the int method when you need to create or open any servlet specific resource. Means if you have any other resource you want to open, you want to initialization, then it will be override the initial method. Fine. Service method is also used to get, post and so on. All these processes are called by only the web container. Destroyed method is to remove the servlets. Even it is mentioned here, it is called by the web container when the servlet instance is being eliminated. Fine. The servlet specification guarantees that all the requests will be completely processed before this method is called. Means you have to call the destroy method only at the end. Even if you will call in the between, then it will not give you the good impression over there. Fine. So class, thanks a lot, and we'll discuss about this life cycle in next lecture. Meanwhile, you please revise the things, and if you have any doubt, you please ask me on WhatsApp, or you may call me or email, whatever mode you are feeling comfortable. Fine. Thanks a lot.